So now how do you work on this with your team? You know, those hand fights that Stevie does, they're conditioning drills and that's it. You got two guys going 100%, beating each other up. Like neither one of us are getting better. All we're doing is we're getting tired. So when we do our hand fighting drills, we go man A, man B. Just as if we're shooting a leg attack technique, we're working on our hand fighting techniques. I go 100%. Chris is gonna be reactive. I act, he reacts. He's gonna be about 40, 50%. You know, just kind of reacting to where I'm going so I can get the feel and figure out my different combinations. So I'm in here, I'm kind of moving. I'm going off right here, thinking. Snap. The legs. And then, once I get a good 30, 40-second blow, then we'll switch. Now, in that scenario, if I'm wrestling and I feel uncomfortable, I feel like I'm losing the hand fight, there's nothing wrong with pushing back one step, getting a fresh start. So if he's beating me up a little bit, I'll take a step back. I'm not scared. I'll take one step back, push away, fresh start, and then I'll initiate. So, two more things I want to touch on. Number one, beginning of the hand fight, even if it's something as simple as this, I'm initiating. If you're here, you're like a sitting duck. Unless you're an open wrestler, I got no problem. If you're a low ankle guy, you can move in the open and fake and super duck and knee pull, that's fine. But for most of us, when we're wrestling, I just throw a little, just this right here, just to initiate. Whether he grabs it or whatever, then I'll come right to it. So typically it's a post. Sometimes I'll just walk in with my head and headbutt him here, and then move on. So initiate the contact. The second part, my feet. When I'm really going at it, it's short, choppy steps. Short, choppy steps, and it's lateral motion. I don't need to push this man off the mat to get a stall call. The ref's gonna see who's wrestling and who's not. I mean, if I'm moving left and right, and I'm thinking, I don't even have to pull the trigger. But if I'm doing all the work, it's gonna come, most likely. And even if it doesn't come, he's gonna be so frustrated because he's getting beat up, he's gonna probably try to take a bad shot or whatever. So, feet, lateral motion, and always initiate. Another thing is the tempo. The tempo of the hand fight is probably the utmost important. The pressure release, but in tempo. When I'm hand fighting, I don't want to be so, when I say tempo, it's not like this. It's not. Because he's just gonna time me, boom, he's gonna attack. I want tempo, but I want it to be sporadic, okay? Irregular, just, if I feel like I'm kind of stuck here for a second, I might just take one big swing here just to punch him in the head. But of course, I keep my head position. So, boom, just kind of right here, 1, 2, and I'm kind of slowed up for a second, then I pull, I take it off, snap, I caught him. Now that ultimately is what's gonna set up your leg attack. I talk a lot about this tempo because you see some guys, they just wrestle so hard. They're just, you know, but they're not scoring points. Because when he's coming at me hard, I'm tense. I know something's coming. I got my head position, I'm ready. Versus being able to explode. That's the tempo part. I call it soft hard. So I got my hard tie, then I kind of soften up. I'm hard, then I'm soft. Then it's hard, soft. But when I'm soft, I'm still ready. I'm not relaxed. My arms are soft. If he shoots, I mean, I'm ready to react the whole time. And that's ultimately how you're gonna catch him. So for me, I'm boom, hard, soften up, hard, soften up, kind of hard, and then as I go to soften up, he softens up, boom, and then I'm gone. On the reverse side, Chris goes hard, I go hard. He relaxes, or he softens up, I soften up. He goes hard. This time he pretends like he's getting ready to soften up. I soften up, he's gone. Does that make sense? A little bit? So, trying to get away from the whole hard, push him away, shoot, to more...
You're gonna get more tired, being tense.
Right. Being loose, being ready, you know what I mean? But still being able to bring that hammer when you need, you know, just sporadic. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You know, fake pull right here, fake, boom. Because he's reacting to me. I go hard, he goes hard. I act like I'm gonna go soft. that's when I go. And that's something that's gonna come a little bit later on once you figure out what your ties are.
It's almost live.
Right, I call it sparring.
Sparring. Okay.
You got live, which is conditioning, you know, beating the crap out of each other. Then you got sparring. And I do this a lot when I wrestle with the guys. I mean, I say you're going live, I know in my head I'm gonna spar, and I'm gonna go just as hard on the hand fight, but if he sets his feet and catches me, I'm gonna let him in, and I'm gonna let him finish. So live sparring, that's where you start building the technique, as soon as you get in. So we're gonna spar. I do it with Makati a lot too. When here we're hand fighting, I'm not gonna take it easy. I'm still reactive, but I'm just as hard once he feels a shot. Right there. That's one better. I'm gonna go again. 1001, 1002, 1003. And I react. Very good drill for an older guy, like I said, who knows his stuff. And then this will get the younger guy kind of caught up until he catches it.
Great idea.
Now, if you really want to shake them up, once they get all that down, you got some aggressive kids. I like to beat people up. So forearms in the collarbone. Ain't nothing better than this right here. Going here, and then if they shoot, here. So I'm going here and here. I'll pull the head and I'll punch. For a headlock, he takes a shot. He knows better. Boom, I'm gonna punch. So you can get a couple free shots legally, I think. We're hand fighting, and I just want to make something happen. I mean, instead of just going steering wheel like we've been doing at camp, I go punch steering wheel right here. Or if I get a good snap, say I get a good snap, his hand hits the mat. To me, free shot. Boom! Then he's gonna reach, and I can go. So I like to throw in a couple little freebies, if you will, just to keep the aggression up, and more so than anything, not to make me feel better about myself, but just frustrate him. Okay, then you got different combos. He's on my head, so I can go boom, snap, he comes up. So you're working both sides, sneaking it in.